very exciting video today. You have seen them on the Touchy Subject webinars. Fiona and Alan, they are the authors of the book, We've Lost My Prostate Mate, and Life Goes On. There will be descriptions, links in the description box below, as always, for how you can find out more about them. Today, Fiona is going to share with us all the tips and tricks that have helped her on a post-menopausal journey. So, Fiona, what did you find helped you the most when you're going through menopause?
Well, Victoria, we did discuss this briefly in an earlier webinar, and at the time I was talking about Replens, which I was using. I'll step back for a moment and explain. I recently discovered that inside the vagina we have these wonderful things called rugae. I think that's how it's pronounced. And they're like little pleats. And prior to menopause, they're very flexible and they close up and then they open up. So when a penis comes, they open to accommodate. If someone's giving birth, they open even wider to let the baby out. But when menopause comes, they kind of shrink and fold in and stay closed, which means that the whole vagina, everything is tighter, and so when a penis comes in, it has a tendency to tear. It's more painful. And so with the vaginal dryness as well, that means painful sex. So I tried Replens, and that was quite good, but it wasn't quite perfect. So,
and can I ask, how did you use Replens? How does Replens get used?
Okay. Inside are these handy dandy little plastic wrapped numbers, and it is a little tube with a break off piece on the end and a plunger, and you insert the cream inside the vagina, and that's usually 1 to 3 times a week, or thereabouts, and that is designed to moisturise the inside of the vagina, and it did do a reasonably good job, but I was still finding that sex was painful. So I needed to explore another option. So I went to the website for the Jean Hales Foundation, which is an excellent resource.
It is.
Very medically accredited. And I looked up the use of estrogen, localised estrogen, and I saw my GP and discussed it with him, and I have now been using these estrogen pessaries. And basically, I now use only one a week, and it's inserted into the vagina, and it works on the lining of the vagina and moisturises it with estrogen. So it's not like hormone replacement therapy that is throughout the body. This is very localised, so it's very low risk. And I found that using one a week, I have no pain at all. So that, plus my favourite lubricant, Silk, they mean we have pain-free and very enjoyable sex.
Yes.
That sounds like a big difference.
It's a massive difference.
It does make a difference, yes it does.
I wanted, Alan, you noticed a difference with the sexual experience.
Yes, because Fiona has experienced the whole menopause thing. It felt dryish, even though used lubricant, it was dry and irritating and uncomfortable. And because it was uncomfortable for Fiona and painful, and you think, well, do we have sex now or not? Do we stop halfway through? So it was a bit of a put off, but we were both wanting to be intimate. We had this little barrier as well. So for men who've lost their prostate and obviously lost length, you're dealing with that whole way of how do I get an erection? But then your wife's experience of menopause and being quite dry and painful. So it's like 2 whammies, 2 strikes out of 3 are happening.
Yeah.
So.
And I was actually finding that psychologically I was starting to dread having sex and thinking, oh no, I really don't want this to mean an end to our sex life, because that would just be awful. I mean, I know that having no sex at all, you can still have a lovely relationship, but sex is important to us, and I really wanted to make sure that we would be able to continue that.
Yeah. And obviously there's other ways to have sex. I get that, and everyone has different ways of doing that. But for us, it's important. It creates that intimacy and that closeness. And I'm assuming that most couples, give and take the relationship would also be looking towards that. And we've certainly spoke to couples in the past who've just been diagnosed, and the most important thing besides dealing with cancer is how do we maintain our intimacy and not knowing how to go about that. So it's learning on the job, but if you don't know what to do or haven't been informed, how do you make decisions?
Yeah, that's a great point. I see that in consultations too. So many clients saying, look, we understand there's a wider sexual menu, and yes, we're exploring all of the dishes, but we did really enjoy penetrative sex. Even the missionary position is such a close way of being with your partner, and also that it's never just the loss of prostate in the room. Often the partner's also going through their own sexual function changes.
Yes.
Nobody gets off scot-free through their life without experiencing something. But it sounds like what you've both done is appreciated. Well, this is an opportunity for you both to go through the journey together and to find creative things that have helped. So thank you for sharing that one, Fiona.
That's a pleasure, Victoria.
It was great.
Great. And everyone watching, again, always, we put more resources down below in the description box. We'll put a link to the Jean Hales Foundation. And if you want to read the first chapter of the book, We've Lost My Prostate, there will be a link to do so below as well. So thank you again.